Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bearded Respect. And tonight we have a special guest, Nate from Ferocious. And after this intro video, I'm going to show that Jason will be joining us. So I'll be back in a second. Hello.
Hey, everybody.
And welcome to the Bearded Respect. Obviously, I'm Brew City Scott, and this is Jason, who just had a big change this week that we thought we'd reveal in an interesting way.
So there it is in all its glory, nice and shiny. So we'll say hello. Let's see, there's Ellie was first, but that was
Hi, Ellie.
40 minutes ago. We'll see if she's back in here yet. Thomas Springer. He's a buddy of mine. Miss Becky.
Good evening, Becky, who is sitting upstairs now, enjoying us from up there. And we got Zeb from the Bearded Pack. And another hello from your friend Thomas.
Yeah.
And then we have Jay Cruz, Healthy Bearded.
So what do you think,
ready.
Jay? What do you think? Look good? I think it suits me. I'll take the glasses off too so you can get that view. Yeah.
Yeah, it might even make your beard look bigger.
Yep.
Hey, Russ Young. Good evening, Respect family. And Casey. What's up, everyone? How you doing, Casey? And Ryan Moretz.
Hey, Ryan. How you doing tonight?
Stephen Fleming.
Hey, Stephen.
Go ahead.
Satisfied Senior. How you doing? Good to see you. I look 15 years younger. Wow. I'll take that compliment. Thank you, Russ. Yeah, I think it suits me. I think it suits me.
Bald and beautiful.
I'll put these back on there so I can read the chat a little better.
Nick H. What's up, everyone?
Hi, Nick. Awesome.
Jay Cruz says, awesome, Jason. I think it looks good. Best looking bald head I have ever seen. Yo Brenner is turning over in his grave.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, Dagan.
Dagan's driving, so he won't be chatting, but happy you're joining us anyway. Just be safe.
Yep. Oh,
Oh, I actually pronounced your name right. Good.
congrats, Scott.
Yeah. Always worried about getting people's names wrong. And Russ, hello to everyone. Eating, sorry if I'm not responding. That's perfectly fine.
Yep. Well, I say
Oh,
we.
from the back, our back green room, we have a message from Nate saying that Dagan's beard should drive so Dagan can chat. So with that, why don't we bring Nate in?
Hey guys,
And-
how's it going?
Hey,
Thanks so much for having me on tonight. I appreciate that, Scott and Jason.
We're glad to have you on. We've both been on your show shortly after we were on Ken's stream with me.
Mm-hmm.
So it just
Absolutely.
seemed fitting to have you as our first guest.
Well,
And
thank you guys,
we-
and I'm excited for your show.
Yeah, we were just happy to have a beard company on. Kind of break the ice with guests and stuff.
Sure. Oh yeah, it becomes addictive going live with your audience. I really enjoy connecting each week with a lot of the people here actually, which is awesome to see so many people here that join me on my shows as well.
Yeah.
So Russ asked a good
Yeah.
question. So I was going to update you guys on kind of like where I am and what my plans are. But first, Russ did say, yeah, you have a background. Thought you were on the road. So there has been a slight change of plans. So Barb wasn't feeling too well yesterday, so took her to the ER actually, and wanted to see, make sure she was okay. And they ruled out a lot of things, but she's home fine. She has a follow-up with her doctor tomorrow. So my plans are to hit the road tomorrow, and if anything comes as a result of those, follow-ups from her doctor, then I can always turn around and come back. My father's being cremated, so yes, there's a service up in Massachusetts next Wednesday, which I'd love to be there, but my sisters are going, and if I need to miss it, I can always go back and see him, see his grave site. He's actually having his urn buried, which I think that's a different way of doing things, but he wanted to be cremated and then his cremation, his urn buried next to his first wife, who passed away from cancer before I was even born. So that's the deal. So I'm planning to leave here tomorrow. I'll be in Jackson, Tennessee tomorrow night, and Roanoke, Virginia the following night, and then Cranston, Rhode Island Sunday evening, I guess. After a brief stop in Connecticut for some pizza.
That sounds like fun. I kind of wish we were on the route so we could see you on your journey, but another time.
Yeah, for sure, another time. And I'm not sure what the weather's going to be. I was looking at, there's a website that you can kind of like, it's for traveling, and like you can put along your route where you're going, and it will kind of show you what it's going to be along that route the next few days. But it looks like it's going to be okay, but I'll be, I can obviously change my plans if I need to, but I'll be listening to a lot of streams, catching up on a lot of streams because I have that YouTube Premium, so I can just listen to it like the radio while I'm driving. That'll help pass the time away.
Yeah, and me and Jason wanted to be sure once again to just give our condolences.
Thank you.
I know it's always tough losing a parent.
Yeah. No, it really is. But at the same time, like, it's weird because, like, so my father was 92 years old, and for the past few years, he's had Alzheimer's. So I kind of knew this day would come at some point. But it really, for me, it makes you realize that you're not going to live forever. Like, I feel like, I'm invincible. Like everyone who is running full charge with something they enjoy, their kids, their job, their activities. Like, you don't feel like it's ever going to end, but it's just kind of a reminder to yourself to make the most of what the time you have here, because you never know when when it is going to end. So,
Right. Well, I'm
thank you,
glad it
guys.
sounds like your wife is doing well too.
Yeah, she's doing better, and I'm glad we went to rule out anything, and I'll be anxiously awaiting her call tomorrow to let me know what her doctor says too.
Yeah.
Hey, Vato.
Oh, Miss Bruce City, we love the 8 oils and butters we ordered. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and they seem to get here pretty quick.
Yeah, I think especially now that the holiday's over, the post office is doing pretty well. I think for the most part, one order I sent up to Satisfied Senior actually got sent back to me without a sticker. So I don't know how they were able to, like, the postage sticker was like ripped off. I don't know how they figured out how to get it back to me. They must have opened it or something. But I got it and I sent it back out to him.
Hey, wait a minute. I got to interrupt here. What do you mean, look at my shiny wrench? How'd you get a wrench? I was supposed to get a DM from you before you got a wrench. How'd that happen? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
So Becky asked what the temperature where you guys live. It was 30. What was it? 31 degrees, I think, this morning here. We had icicles on our slide for where our pool is.
Well, yeah, in Texas, that's normally a big deal. I remember living down there. And
yeah.
What was worse was normally when the bridges froze over in the wintertime. People drove like people do up here the first time it snows for the year. Like they forgot how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year, actually.
We got it.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Nate.
Sorry, last year there was an awful ice storm here in Fort Worth, and actually a lot of Texas, and there was a awful collision of like 100 vehicles on I-35 in the high speed the toll lane, which is in the center of the highway basically, and there was just a sheet of ice and nobody saw it, and cars just kept slamming into each other, and I think there was like 6 or 7 people died and 100 cars involved. That was really crazy.
Yeah, I know it was bad down there, and there were a lot of people who were trying to do fundraisers, and a lot of people who had problems with the pipes in their house, and
yeah, yep.
And I know from being up here, it just it's strange to hear that in Texas, but yeah, I could see that happening.
Yep.
And I wanted to say a few highs. I think we missed a couple back here. We missed Daniel the Bearded, Big John Bearded, Jason Esser, and Vato says, hit that like button like it owes you money.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Votto said it was 62 where he lives now. It was 35 earlier. Wow, that's a big jump.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But that's probably not too unusual this time of year.
Yeah, not out there, but we got a little more dusting last night. Overnight, we got about another inch and a half. But it was in the 40s yesterday, but today it was about a high of 23, and I think it's only going to get colder. So, yeah, I think we're due for a cold snap again.
Yeah, I'll be heading up that way. So I've got my all-weather jacket packed. I can't find my beanie though. I've got a beanie, Ferocious beanie, and I can't find it now. Like last week I knew where it was, and I took it out of my car to dust it off and stuff. I don't know where it is now, so that kind of bums me out.
Yeah, you might need it.
Yeah. Oh well, I'll figure something out.
You now more than a contender. Oh, the next beard contest. Thank you. We'll see. It's getting a little long. It does look bigger, I think, since there's nothing up there. But yeah,
A little shiny.
yeah. It must be a light right above my ceiling. It's boing right there.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
Uh,
looks good though. I think it looks good.
I'm happy with it. I think it turned out okay as well. And my wife, she didn't. I mean, she wasn't exuberant about it, but she didn't. Ooh, I hate that. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll
Well,
see.
that's
We'll
always
keep her
good.
going for a while. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, if you guys caught Copper John's stream that he does on Wednesdays, he was actually talking about that on the stream, which was kind of interesting.
About what
And
Yeah.
shaving your
how,
head?
well, not only that, but just how women feel about beards to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually had a study which had some numbers, which was kind of interesting and kind of more positive towards beards than I was expecting for the numbers wise. But
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, um, it's just, I mean, it's nothing, scientific, but just my observations. Um, there's certain states that I feel like there's just more people with beards than others. Like for example, Texas. There's so many people with beards here in Texas. As I went up to New England last year, I noticed up in New England there wasn't as many beards as there were here, but there were some. But it wasn't like it seems like here, like almost like every other person's got a beard. It's not quite that much, but it just feels like it when you're just looking around, walking around the mall or going to the stores or whatever. But so I feel like in certain parts of the country, for sure, there's a lot more beards going on now than ever.
Matt, just catching up on a couple other people popping in. Matt Foley, Joey Sparks, Beard Wiley. Glad you guys could make her.
some random guy put Cruz in timeout.
Wasn't me. That's an issue on my show for some reason.
Probably one of those ones with a wrench.
Satisfied Senior. It's the men's liberation going on now, equivalent to the women's movement of the 60s. Yeah, you just might be right about that. Men are like, you know what, I'm going to grow a beard, damn it.
Yeah. There's a lot up here, but I think it's more during the winter months up here.
Mhm.
You see more of it. I think guys just trying to keep their face warm or whatever during the cold weather. But we've probably got a good number.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a bunch of them this weekend. We had my Bearded Rebellion chapter in Wisconsin. We had a meetup in Madison, Wisconsin. We went to a University of Wisconsin hockey game, which was a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, beards definitely keep your face warm, that's for sure. It's bizarre sometimes, like, because I remember, you know, walking, even like when I was, I mean, geez, even when I worked in security or I worked in the Air Force, like, that wind would hit your face, that cold blast of air, and you'd feel it. But with a beard, like your body may be cold, but your face is strangely warm because of all that insulation from your beard protecting it.
Yeah.
Well, and I even found that out just by my haircut because I mean I didn't have much hair, but it had some on there. But as soon as I cut it off, any little breeze, it was. I mean, I could just feel it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it was shorter on my head than it is here. So yeah, I could only imagine if I shaved all this off, how cold it would be.
Oh yeah. Donald says not the norm in New York, New York City, New Jersey. Yeah.
Hmm.
Beards.
I tell you, it was this past fall when all the like the fall festivals and the craft shows and things were going on. One weekend, my wife and I hit 2 or 3 of them, and I was surprised when I was walking around. I never thought to look or pay attention before, but it just happened to be that day, all out of the or that whole weekend, the 3 different places we went. Just how many bearded men there were in the different styles. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
long, short, goatee, even just mustache. Yeah, there was. I was shocked by the amount of guys that are sporting beards. So it's
Yeah.
definitely becoming more popular.
And
Sure.
I've even seen, as of late, some police departments have been loosening their guidelines on being clean shaven. A lot of
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
have been allowing like a business beard or
Yeah. And
something where they wouldn't have.
I think that's great. I mean, I say that as a beard company owner, right? But I do think it's great because, there's so much uniformity in the police departments that allowing someone to have some style that makes them them, I think is important for their well-being, So I'm all for it. Jay Cruz asked, Nate, what has been the most challenging changes you had to make for your company in the last year? That's a great question. And here's the most challenging thing I've had to do is so when I before last year I had over 50 cents available on one page for people to go and look at, and I felt like if I wanted to grow, I needed to chop a lot of them. And so what I did was I looked at all the sales of each of the different cents, and I picked the ones that sold the most. I figured, why I might as well start with something with a good foundation. So the ones that sold the most, I kept, and then the other ones for probably 8 months, I chopped right off, like they weren't even available anymore, unless somebody reached out to me and asked if I could make it. But what I've done, so that was the biggest challenge, is like, you know, putting away a bunch of the scents that I had, even though I've got all these fragrances and essential oils that I could make them for. So it was kind of hard to really decide to do that because, like, for the past few years, I've been going back and forth, which is the best way to do it. Um, but I've kind of been able to come up with a workaround to bring those scents back, and that is to have an area on the site that is separated from the top 9 scents that I've got, so people don't get overwhelmed when they look at the top 9 scents. They can pick which ones they want. But for the people that want to order scents I've made in the past, which I think is important, because a lot of people had never maybe heard of Ferocious until recently, and so I want to be able to let them get exposure to those old scents. So I've moved all those old historic scents, I call them, to its own page, so that way people that want to really dig in can, but the people that just want simple selections can go to the page that has like the top 9 scents and just pick from there if they want to. So that's really been the biggest challenge because it's really hard to grow if you don't have um, stock of some things that are really popular to go out the door as soon as an order comes in. Because I like to ship things out within 1 to 3 business days, which my business days are, Monday through Friday. So I can keep up with the ones that are the most popular and ship those out quickly, whereas the ones that are, the historic scents or create your owns or things like that, or collaboration corner scents, which is something else I do on the show, on my site, then that lets me kind of work those into my daily schedule to make, and then get those shipped out within my time frame, which ideally is 1 to 3 business days. Sure.
Okay.
And a great question. Um, Joey. Nate just want to say from watching your live streams and you as a guest, I can genuinely tell you're passionate about your company and your craft, very respectful and inspirational. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, I love this. I really enjoy getting getting my products into your hands. I love for you to get exposure to that because I enjoy making these and I enjoy every aspect of running a business. And there's so much to learn still for me. It's like when you start out as a company owner, you're like, well, I'm pretty good at making beard products, but I find out I'm not very good at marketing. I've blown a lot of money trying to make Facebook ads. There's a lot still left for me to learn. But I love doing this, and I just it's fun for me. And they say, the infamous they, right? If you can find something you love doing, then you don't really feel like you're working. So.
Kind of on those lines, I had a question. Talking about enjoying making the products and stuff. What are some of your favorite scents to work with? Like as far as oud, vanilla, the fragrances themselves. What's some of your favorites?
Sure. So for me, I like the cherry tobacco scents. I enjoy what is it called? Man, my mind just went blank. The one that's in Fetish. Hold on a second. It's kind of like an amber, but it's not. Amber, I'm actually not a big fan of amber myself. But I hold on a second. This is crazy. Drive me crazy. Fireplace embers. What am I doing? It's fireplace embers. I've got literally about 85 cents over there. But fireplace embers, it's like richer and warmer than amber, and it's just got this nice deep scent. I love working with fireplace embers. I like working with cinnamon. I don't mind working with oud. I think oud is a good scent. But I only had birchwood oud for a while. But I've actually bought 5 more ouds because I'm gonna be working out some kind of like total oud package that's going to have 6 ouds in it, 6 oud fragrance oils in it. So I'll be working on that when I get back. Tonka, I don't have Tonka yet.
That one's probably going to be hard to. You're probably going to have to play with that one a lot since every scent is an oud scent as to how many drops of each oud scent you put in there to find something that you're going to enjoy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I've got these. I got your birchwood oud. This is the one that started it all for me, was birchwood oud. And then I just recently bought patchouli oud wood. This one is just literally called whoops, can't see it. It says oud wood. Then I've got black oud and bergamot, and finally exotic oud wood. So I'm going to be experimenting with that, and I'll probably do try this out, $9.99 or something. Try it out and see what you think. I don't know, something like that. Just because I want to get, people's opinion on, what they think about it too. So teakwood, yeah, I do actually have teakwood now. I think, yeah, I do.
I always like when oud's kind of in the background, kind of rounding out the scents.
It's great for that, especially because if you use it with something else that fades faster, then you're going to be left with that nice warm oud scent at the end of the day, which is good.
So you have one older scent called Power, where it's just oud. Is that just like overpowering, or?
It's as overpowering as this birchwood oud can be, because I still want to be able to make it skin safe, but that is just strictly birchwood oud. That's kind of what started it all, was that scent. And then I also had Oud to Joy, which was a collaboration with me and Bearded Beta, and that's raspberry and oud. So those are the two kind of really the scents for me that got me started in oud.
Yeah, there was actually a comment about that one back here somewhere.
The power or Oud to Joy?
Oud de Joy
Yes.
somewhere.
Almonds. Deskew asked. I have a cherry almond scent. Which I'm going to be quite honest. To me, cherry almond by itself, to me, if you use too much of it kind of smells like NyQuil. Yeah, it's got that cherry almond smell to it. But it's a great scent to mix with other things that people might want cherry in. And as long as you like cherry, then that cherry almond is great. If you ever do like a create your own and you want a cherry with an almond, that's going to be right up your alley.
Yeah, here it is. Ryan loves
Hey,
his
Ryan.
Oud de Joy.
Yeah, that's a really good scent. And that one I had to be real careful of because if I added one extra drop of raspberry, then you couldn't smell the oud anymore. The raspberry would take over. So I had to be real careful about how many drops I put in there. Power.
Russ,
Yes.
Russ says one of his favorites is Power.
Russ, I think they're all Russ's favorites. He loves them all.
And Vato is asking how Haters Tears is going. And we just received that the other day, and I just really liked it.
Thank you.
That's one that kind of surprised me.
Yeah. No, Haters Tears it's a great scent. I even brought a bottle of Haters Tears to my the woman that trims my beard because those were the scents that she liked. But yeah, it was doing fine. Like we got a week or so of Haters Tears, oil, butters. No one's ordered a balm yet in Haters Tears, but I think I made like 7 oils, a couple of butters, and that's for one particular scent in a week. That's good.
Yeah.
All of the ouds mixed with vanilla. That would be so nice.
Yeah, it would. I mean, I do enjoy the different scents of oud. There's only one of these that to me smells kind of no, it's not this one. So are you familiar with that Dial liquid soap that's like it's this color. It's like an orange, kind of a yellow orange Dial liquid soap. This one. To me, this smells like that Dial. The patchouli oud wood smells like that Dial liquid soap. That might be a nice beard wash, actually, now that I think about it.
And speaking of that, I just first got your body wash this week, and I just love that.
Thank you.
Peppermint with honey. That's pretty nice.
Thanks. Yeah, that I don't know why it took me so long a long time ago when I first created my beard wash, I was trying different things to thicken it up, and finally I couldn't figure out what would work. So I just was like, you know what? It's just going to be a thin wash. I've got the glycerin, helps add bubbles and suds to it, and it's been a thin wash. But I discovered honey recently makes a great wash, and not only for your beard, but for your body too. It helps within, as an all-natural wash, and I thought this would be great to try it out and see what happens when I add honey to it. And I love it too. The honey does sink because it's heavier and it's an all-natural product, so you have to shake it. But once you shake it, great, it's great. And I've got an 8-ounce too now, which I didn't have before. I've got 8-ounce bottles now. For people that would say, well, the 4-ounce doesn't last long enough.
Okay, we have a friend of mine. Is there a name with the cherry almond? That one that you have the cherry almond in?
You know what? Let me check my list because I can add it right now while we're talking. So here's what happens. Sometimes I don't. I guess honestly, I just must forget to add a new scent to the list, and so when these things come up, I just kind of like, take care of it as soon as I can. So let me do that right now.
And I don't know if DQ is actually very knowledgeable about Ferocious, but he does make custom scents. If you want to take, you can go on his website and there's a section for making a custom scent, or you also have the Collaboration Corner, which is a live stream on Tuesday nights at 8:30 Central, where you can create your own scent, and everybody's scents get thrown up on a spinning wheel, and he picks a scent to make for the next week's show, and then you receive that oil.
Yes. And just to answer the question on DQ, so if you go to create your own, you basically go to ferociousbeard.com, go on the menu, beard care, beard oil, create your own. Cherry almond is listed as a fragrance. It's all in alphabetical order. So that the only way to get that scent right at the moment is to do a create your own, or there may be, let me see. Let me just see here. So there are a couple of scents, like for example, on the Collaboration Corner section, Cherry Seas, which is cherry almond and sea salt. That's available. And let me see, almond. There's a couple of more too. I'm just bringing up the results. Cherryville has it. Cherry almond, Cuban tobacco, cool citrus herb, and vanilla. Let's see, any other scents. Stardust. Stardust
What's
has
the cherry that you have in the Savage?
Cherry tobacco.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Memberries. That also has cherry almond. Sweet sauce, sweet smoke, Sonic. So yeah, there's 7 Collaboration Corner scents that have cherry almond at the moment. And you can find those if you go into the search bar on the site and just type in cherry almond. That'll bring up the results that have cherry almond in it.
Oh, nice. So that's, I mean, for any scent, if you want to find something that's got vanilla in it or warm vanilla sugar, you just type that in and it'll look for the word and bring them up.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I just typed in warm vanilla sugar, pineapple slush, fall dreams, ginger snaps, breakfast time, and then Satisfied Seniors top 25 custom scents. At least one of those would have them as well. But yeah, I mean, for a while on Collaboration Corner, we just keep the scents up there for a month or so, and if they sold, we keep them up there for another month, and if they didn't sell, I'd take them down. But then I just got to thinking, I got some feedback from people saying, "Oh, is this scent still available?" And I'd be like, "Well, it's not on the site, but if you want it, just order an unscented, and I'll just make it for you. Just put a note in the comments." But then I was thinking, wait a minute. Why don't I just keep it up there for people to keep ordering? Like, who cares if it didn't sell this month? Maybe in a year it might. And I don't want someone to miss out on that just because they didn't happen to be there at the time it was first created. So that's why I think it's very important to be able to give people choices. And it also shows how popular Collaboration Corner is and how many how many scents are just amazing that people come up with that I just happen to have the pleasure of making for them, but they're the ones thinking of the ideas, and I just put it all together, So I think that's one of the things that
I get that. I love that. I had 4 cents up there myself. I know Jason's still trying to get his first, but he'll get there. But it's a fun time, especially when it's your scent.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm trying to make better graphics and I can always, like Cherryville, that's an older scent, but I changed the graphic to make it refresh it a bit. And because of course I've learned a lot about graphics since I first started. And so now, like, I try to make graphics that are more appealing to people, and kind of really kind of give a sense of like the individuality of that, like maybe a picture of the person in there, and um, just their name or their IG name or whatever, something like that, and just incorporate it into the, I mean, because it isn't just me, it's like people who are coming up with sense. Like, I think they should share the credit for the true collaboration on it.
The collab picture shirt was fire.
Yeah, that's the one where I'm taking that up to New England with me. That, I think, is that the one that everybody with everyone's picture on the front? Like,
I'm
there's,
not sure if that's what he means, but I thought that was a great idea.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Vados, yeah. And I have that picture on the site. If anyone wants to get the picture, they download the picture, then they have to go to stickermule.com and upload it to their site, and they'll print the t-shirt for you. I think it's $19 now, and you'll get a shirt with, 7 times 7, right? 49 ferocious fans. Well, myself and Barbara on there too. So 47 more ferocious fans. Plus, if you guys want a picture, I'm making a second collage for the next group of 49 people that send in pictures, and I'll make a second collage. So, and I'll send it back to you with the ferocious, black and white logo with a, you know. So if anyone wants a picture, just send it over to me, and Ferocious Beard Crew on Instagram, or Ferocious Beard Company at gmail.com, and I'll send it back to you, kind of all nice, and I'll add it to the next collage.
Cool. Well, I had a question that goes back a bit in history, but what made you want to create a beard products company?
Oh, that's a good question. So the truth is that for years I've always wanted to kind of run my own business, but I never knew what the heck am I going to sell. Well, in 2017 I grew a beard, and my friend at work, he had a beard, and he let me, he made some beard oils for me, a couple, like 2 or 3 different beard oils. And I had never used beard oil back. Of course, I didn't have a beard before. So he kind of got me into like how to create them and stuff. And then I went out and I bought a bunch of different essential oils and things like that. And I started making my own, and I brought some to him and a few other people to try out, and they enjoyed it. So I was talking to Barb, and I'm like, you know what? I think I found something I can actually sell now. Like, I have a product that people are seeming to like. So she agreed, and that's how Ferocious got started. So his
So,
Instagram
what's your
is really-
favorite part of owning a beard company?
My favorite part is connecting with people, connecting with customers, connecting with potential customers, and just connecting with positive people. I like to, it helps, it helps, especially in this COVID world. People are working from home now, and it's hard to hang out with positive people on a daily basis to keep you motivated to keep doing things. And my favorite thing is connecting and recharging my batteries and saying, yeah, let's do this, let's try this, kind of refocus on something. Because when you're doing beard oils, beard butters, day in, day out, it's not the most exciting thing to keep making beard products over and over and over and over again. But at the same time, when I have new ideas that I get from Collaboration Corner, or if someone does a create your own, or if the body wash comes out, something different, something new, it inspires me to just go full force with it and put it on the site. That's one of the beautiful things about being a small company, is I can be super flexible and quick. I can bring up a new scent in a day with a label, and have it ready to go. Whereas larger companies, it might take months of studying and research and this and that. So I feel like being small keeps me nimble.
So Russ had a question here. Nate, have you considered putting the scent profiles on the oils and butters?
So, Russ, on the 9 most popular scents, well, I should say 8 because one's an unscented one. That's a black and white label. But like my 9 most popular scents with the colored labels, they do have the scent profiles on them. For the black and white label ones, the ones I come up with, the problem is that it's hard to fit. Oh, I'd have to make a new template essentially. And I don't have a space on my current template to have the profiles on the bottles. So my thought is, well, people are ordering it. They know, they go to the website, they see the profile, they know what it is. So when I send it to them, they're going to know what it is. But I do understand too that people like to kind of be able to see on the bottle. Like if they're talking about it in a review, they don't have to go back and go to the website. They could say, well, here's what this scent is. Sometimes, I think it could be done. I just think that I'm going to have to really figure out how I would put that onto the label because I only have so much space. It's a 1.125 height by 3.5 length black and white label. So I need to kind of really fit I got to put what it is, which is a beard oil. I have to put the size by, legally. I have to put the where it's made at least, for the city and state. And I have to put my website because someone might want to know where did this bottle come from if, something needs to be researched or something. And I need to put the ingredients on it. So other than that, I can I can fit it into a different spot. I just have to probably remove something to add the scent profile.
Cool.
Okay, Donald has a question here.
Is ozone a real fragrance / essential oil? What is absolute oil? Okay, so ozone, I think I've actually heard of ozone fragrance oil. It would not be an essential oil. Essential oils are literally things that come from nature, like lavender, peppermint, cinnamon, things like that. Anything that you can't find in nature would be a fragrance oil. Now, okay, ozone, that is obviously, it is in nature, I guess you could say, but it would have to be a recreation, which would make it a fragrance. And I'm sure there's a fragrance. I don't have ozone, but the other part of that question, what is absolute oil? So absolute, like oud absolute would be an essential oil. Just like there's rose absolute, and there's also vanilla absolute, and it is literally the pure essential oil from whatever it is you're extracting it from. Like as a good example, I have sandalwood. I've got 2 versions of sandalwood. I've got sandalwood, the pure sandalwood, which is like $65 for a half-ounce bottle. And then I also have sandalwood in jojoba oil. So basically, it's like, in order for them to save money, they took sandalwood and they mixed it with jojoba oil. And you still get the smell of the sandalwood, but they water it down, so to speak, with jojoba oil. So that's probably about half of the price of pure sandalwood. Now, oud, I'll say, like fresh oud, you're talking probably anywhere from $200 to $400 for a half-ounce bottle. It's very, very expensive, which is beyond the price I want to charge my customers for my oils, which is why I use fragrance oil, because I just feel like I don't want to, I don't want to charge like $30 for a beard oil, because that's not the price point I want my things to be at. My customers don't expect that here, so I don't want to be like, okay, you can get this, but it's $30, for a bottle of something I make every day.
Right. And you offer, your prices are pretty decent alone, but then you offer all kinds of discounts and other things. And now you've got the buy one, get one club,
Yeah.
which that's a hell of a deal anybody who's ordering more than a few products from you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like for the people that don't follow me, I think my prices are pretty much standard prices for, $19.99 for a beard oil, balm, butter. Um, but for the people that follow Ferocious, I want to give those people better discounts. I feel like that's fair. I'm not the kind of like some people are like, oh, you should give everybody the same price everywhere. I feel like the people that follow me that are helping me grow should get better discounts than the people that just happen to stumble upon Ferocious on Google and wanted a beard oil and I send it to them. But if you take the time to follow Ferocious and to help, get the word out, yeah, of course I'm going to give you a better discount because you're helping me grow, you know. And then veterans, I'm a veteran myself, and I always offer 25% discount for veterans just because it's just a small way to say thank you for all the commitment to our country, that people gave, even if
Right.
they didn't think they were giving it. They might have, like I joined the Air Force because I just wanted to travel and have fun and go to Europe, and we just happened to have a war during that, but I didn't know that before I joined. But luckily, I made it out fine, and I had a great time in the Air Force. But there's other people that they dedicate a lot more than I did to the time they served, and it's just by happenstance or random luck or dumb luck, So
Do you ever get frustrated with yourself picking what scent to wear?
So you know what? I no, because Barb's pretty sensitive. She's got a pretty sensitive nose, and she can get headaches sometimes. So I kind of usually will wear something like either Clean Citrus or Sublime, or I'll be using the Magic Mist, which is a spray that's unscented. Oh, let me see, Betsy. I believe I'm going to check Betsy. I'm going to check. Should have this ready. You'd think I'd know it, but so the scent that was picked on the collaboration corner that Betsy asked about was Melissa Gifford's scent, which is Pome's d'Ambre, which is made up of clove and orange. Now, Betsy, for you though, Michael Zarati won Love Jones, and he bequeathed it to you. So I just need to get your address, and I don't think I've received that email yet with your address. So if you send that to ferociousbeardcompany@gmail.com, I will send that off to you. That's the combo that you won. $20
And yes, Becky, I'm here. I'm here. I just don't like interrupting. I just
I've got that before on some shows I've been on where I'm just kind of like everybody, competing to talk, and
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to jump in, but
Yeah, we just don't want to step all over each other.
yes.
And with the live too, it makes it a little more difficult too. You think you're ready to say something, and just as you do, then the other person continues, and you're like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah, I know exactly. It happens. That's why, like, I laugh at sometimes there'll be shows where there's like 8 or 10 people on at once. I even tried it once when it first came out just to see what would happen, and it is just like nobody can say anything or everybody says everything at the same time, and it's like, okay, where do we go from here?
Yep.
Russ, Barb does like Dream Bomb.
And we'll give that gift certificate away in a little bit here. We're going to have to get Nate to go. He's got another stream to be on yet tonight.
Yeah, what I didn't realize a few weeks ago that they would both be on the same evening. But I'm glad that I was able to. I mean, if I was on the road, it was actually really convenient because I could just go right from one to the other. But I really appreciate you guys having me on.
Oh yeah, it's always a fun time being on a live with you. I really
thank you.
enjoyed being on your show on the live.
Well, I really appreciate it. You guys are always welcome to be guests on the show. I know, I love having guests on. When it's just me, sometimes I feel like, okay, so what are you guys doing this evening? And it's like, there comes a point where you're like, okay, when you can't think of anything more to say by yourself, it's like, all right, guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. And I mean, sometimes that's just the easiest way to end it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of why I wanted to have a partner to do this with. I think it makes it a little easier and gives you a chance to get a little banter going and
Mm-hmm.
talk
Absolutely.
about different things. And
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Um, and guys, you're on StreamYard too. I mean, it's been really a pretty good platform, huh?
so far, it has.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Always
I'm really
learning,
enjoying it.
you know.
Hmm.
Well, just the same with you. You're always learning something. You commented about going into their meetings they have or conferences or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And
One thing I learned,
so yeah,
on one of those meetings is you can bring up your phone as a second attendee, kind of like in your meeting. So it's kind of like you plus you on your phone, and just mute the camera and the audio, and then you can use your phone to control the comments that pop up, rather than sitting right on the keyboard doing it, which you kind of use it like
mm,
a remote control.
mm.
You know.
Yeah, Nick. I didn't get a yay or a nay, so pretty neutral there on that end of it. So I'm
No
gonna
news
go
is
with it
good
for a
news.
while. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I didn't get an
Um,
oh that looks really good. I love it, and I didn't get a oh don't do that no more. So I'm gonna rock with what I got.
Well, yeah, I
yeah.
think it looks good.
So, well, all right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna just probably go get another water and probably stop over and jump onto White Trash Donnie's show and make an appearance. But again, I really appreciate you guys having me on.
We appreciate you
Oh,
coming on.
yeah.
You bet. All right, have a great rest of the weekend. I think if I'm checked into the hotel by tomorrow, I'll do my live stream tomorrow night. So
Hmm.
I'll kind of update from the road.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys later.
All
All
right.
right.
Have a
Hey,
safe drive.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Well, that was nice having Nate on.
yeah, yeah. He's a great guy to talk to. I
Yes.
always enjoy his streams, and yeah, a real nice gentleman.
Yes. Yes. So, right away, why don't we do this giveaway? It's for a Ferocious gift card that my Becky won in a live stream of not this last Tuesday, but the Tuesday before. So she wanted to donate it to the stream. So we're gonna go ahead and give that away. If I can get it here. Oh, where are
While we're waiting on Scott to do that, I got an off the wall question for everyone in chat. I don't know if you guys recently seen that, between Jay Cruz and Joe from the Cousins, and there were some others that reached out to me. We all posted we want to start the weight loss journey. So, one thing that I've been doing is I've been eating some more fruit. And my favorite fruit is a good, juicy Bartlett pear. So, I was curious in the chat what some of you guys' favorite fruit might be.
Well, me personally, it's normally a Honeycrisp apple.
Fado, where have you been? Where? Okay, here, I'm going to highlight this one. Maybe. Or maybe there. Show. Where have you been? You even have a wrench, and you didn't notice that I shaved my head. You're going to have to go back and rewatch this because Scott made a pretty cool intro. So you check that out and you'll see too. But okay, we're getting some responses in here. Russ Young likes plums. Matt Foley's peaches. Vato's mango. Ellie picked cherries. It is tough, Ellie. There are a lot of good fruits out there. Satisfying Senior got a gala apple. Gala. Yeah, it is high in sugar, but it's a better sugar,
Natural sugar.
Yeah. So oranges, that's my favorite juice, orange juice. I like bananas as well, but I like fruits that's easy to eat, like an apple or pear or banana. Oranges, you got to peel them. I mean, you got to peel a banana too, but they're easier. They got the little handle on it. You just break it off and away you go. Cherries and peaches from Miss Bruce City. Thank you, Vato. I appreciate it. I feel the same way. Watermelon. Yeah, that's a good fruit. Ooh, you know what? Honeydew melon. I like honeydew melon and cantaloupe too. But that takes some work too, where it's easy to grab a pear and bite into it. Sliced bananas in your chocolate cereal. Yeah, grapefruit juice. Yeah, I've had a couple grapefruits in my day. They're a little sour or bitter for me. Yeah, that's right, Zeb. You got to work for the oranges. So, are you ready with your giveaway, Scott?
Sure.
All right.
Take it. Everybody can see this. It's #respect.
Oh, kiwi, DQ kiwi. Yeah, that's a good fruit too. Good call on that one.
Or maybe it ain't working.
Well, Zeb, that's one to be argued, but I know that's an argument, but personally, to me, they're a vegetable. Yeah, lime is a fruit. It's lemon, lime, orange. They're all in the citrus family. So yeah, lime's a fruit. Something not working right there, Scott.
Yeah, I think I got it working now.
Okay.
Looks like we have 9 entries so far.
Okay.
Hopefully I got all the ones in that were already entered.
If you already entered, go ahead and try it again just in case. I mean, it's only going to read it once. It's not like you're going to have 2 entries. So to be on the safe side, you could just go ahead and re-enter. What's
Is lime a fruit? Love my lime with tequila. Tequila.
I think that is his problem there, Zeb. Well, do a little countdown. I know you don't have one up, but I'll just count down because I can count to 10. I can count to 1 backwards too. So we'll do a little countdown for the entries. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now that I'm done, I saw Miss Bruce City put dots in the chat. There we go. Should be good odds here, everybody. Russ Young, one of the most supportive people in the community. Very, very nice.
So Russ, and I know you're on IG, so just send me your address and we'll make sure to get that out in the mail. Well, send me your email address and then we can just email it to you. That'll make it even easier.
Yep. Way to go, Russ.
Okay, Jason, you had other favorite questions, didn't you?
Oh, I did. If you want to hit on them. Now that we did something healthy, now we're going to do something not so healthy. What's your favorite dessert? One of my favorites is cheesecake. Now, it doesn't matter. It can be plain cheesecake. It can have strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. It can even be swirled, peanut butter. Hey, Tyson. Glad to see you finally made it, buddy. Maybe you were here and just didn't say nothing. But, yeah, I'm going to be on Copper Lodge this Sunday. This was scheduled a long time ago. But, yeah. So cheesecake, any kind. Swirled, caramel, whatever. Cheesecake's my favorite. And I'm sure we'll get some other good ones out here, too.
Yeah, cheesecake's a favorite of mine, and Mrs. Brew City likes to make an Oreo cheesecake.
Ooh. That sounds tasty.
And Zeb said chocolate Smith Island cake. I'm not even sure what that is.
Me neither. Maybe because we're too old, because Zeb's such a youngster out there. I don't know. Maybe that's some newfangled dessert.
That or it's a Baltimore thing.
Yeah. Betsy likes plain cheesecake. Copper John Tyson likes Dutch oven peach cobbler. Yeah, that's peach cobbler, apple cobbler's always good.
Yes.
Matt Foley's a cheesecake. Ellie says, cheesecake. Yeah, that's all right, Tyson. We appreciate you stopping in.
Yeah, Mrs. Brew City says she made Oreo cheesecake the other day and it was gone the next day. The flavor of the day at our local custard shop is cherry cheesecake, and I'm going to pick up a quart tonight.
All right. Zeb said it is a Maryland thing. You guys wouldn't understand. That's correct.
Look it up.
Okay, Russ got one, banana cream pie. Yes, I'm a fan. Now I'm going to inject another scenario here in this situation. My wife likes a graham cracker cream pie. which is pretty much like pudding, but it's a graham cracker crust. Now, the place where we get the banana cream pie, it's the flaky pie crust. In my opinion, all cream pies should have a graham cracker crust. Who agrees with that?
I would agree with that. Mrs. Bruce City, she's been having a hard time finding them, but she normally gets this Oreo crust where it's like crushed
Yeah.
Oreos. But
Which,
lately, with
yeah,
stores sold out, she's been having a hard time getting it.
but that, I mean, that'd be similar to graham cracker. It's just a crumbled up, but it's Oreo, which that would be a good crust as well. Yeah, shoe fly pie. I got to be honest. I mean, I know that's an old timey pie, but I can't never say if I've ever had that, Matt. Excuse me, I'm not even sure what's in it.
No, I don't believe Cheesecake is sponsoring us tonight. It'd be great if they were.
Yeah. Okay, so Ellie agrees on the graham cracker. Votto agrees. Satisfied senior. Oh, yeah. Well, what kind of crust do your banana cream pies have, Russ? Are they graham cracker or are they the flaky crust? Like I said, I know where I get it. It's flaky. But hey, beer tonight, Josh. Oh, I would cheat with the pre-made crust too if I was cooking pies. Yeah.
Yes, Russ, you could just DM her. Either one of us will work.
Okay, those were my two favorites. I had a healthy one and a tasty one.
Okay, and well, we missed the usual, but what does everyone have in beard tonight?
Yeah. Uh, it's kind of a funny story for me, and I'll be honest and tell you when I made a mistake. But I took my shower, and as soon as I had my beard dry, then I put oil in. Well, I was going to go with Honorable Mac from the Bearded Mac, so I put Honorable Mac oil in, and I'm putzing around doing some other things so I can absorb all that good oil in and everything, and then got the blow dryer out and did the heat, and then I was getting ready to put butter in, and I thought to myself, why did I put in Honorable Mac? I need to put in some Ferocious because we have Nate on tonight. So for the butter, excuse me, hold on. So for the butter, I put in Hitchcock from Ferocious. So it smells good. It smells good. Between the Honorable Mac and the Hitchcock.
Yeah, I actually did put in Hitchcock as well this morning because I just got that from Nate this week. And then there's also a new collab called Exploited, and I put in that butter. So I put Hitchcock oil and Exploited butter. They both have leather in them, so I thought they'd mix pretty well. And they seem to. They work pretty much most of the day.
Let's get through the what's in beard, and then we'll come back to Vato's question here. We really enjoy when the chat participates and comes up with ideas as well. So far
Yeah,
we only got.
we're always
What-
open to ideas. If anyone in the chat ever has an idea for us or someone they like to see on or whatever, we're
Yeah.
more than open. Mrs. Bruce City has to head and pick up her lad from work, and then she'll be back. The Bearded Knight Josh has Jay's Beard Essentials Run Forest in Beard. So I'm taking you have the forest one, which is like a chocolate scent. It's over here somewhere. If I can actually read it. Cocoa Puffs, chocolate, tonka, golden amber, marshmallow, rum, and sugared vanilla. Now, chocolate in my beard isn't always my favorite, so I wasn't as big on this one. But the other one that came with it, Lieutenant Dan, that's one I really did like. Which, I get the right side of the bottle here. Saffron, sage, amber, camphor, citrus, cedarwood, and iris. It just smells like a nice, like water cologne scent. Maybe like a cool water type of scent. Which I think that came from them running the shrimp boat. But Jay's always interesting with his scents, and my beard really likes his carrier blend he's running now. I believe it's 40% emu and 10% ostrich, with a few other things in it.
Yeah. Well, here's another Jay's, the new release Breaking Dawny. And I think I just saw they posted that it sold out. So
yeah,
congrats to them on that.
Yeah, and that's where if you subscribe to their beard oil butter of the month, that's where it's a benefit because you get that before they would run out. And that's a pretty good deal at $24.50 for an oil and butter.
Satisfied Senior has in Hey Dude, which was a create your own from Ferocious. Lemon, Nog Champa, Oud, and Vanilla Bean. That sounds. I'm a sucker for vanilla as well. So.
Yeah, that does sound good. And I did get one of Satisfied Senior scents. I got Boot Hill, which is another leather scent.
Yeah, and then Matt has Mythical Full Yeti in tonight. So, Matt, I'm guessing Nikki's busy, but we'd appreciate seeing her here as well. I always like seeing Nikki in other chats as well. So, yeah, maybe she's busy with your youngster there, but yeah, just wishing her a good evening as well. Okay, now we want to go back to Vado's question because Miss Bruce City already answered it. She did? Oh yeah, a couple lines right below his question there.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite adult drink? And Mrs. Bruce City loves a good beer, cold or not. For me, I normally want them cold, but.
Oh, hi, Nikki. I'm sorry. I'm glad.
But I love a good craft beer. I'm kind of partial to IPAs, but I like stouts as well. Oh, we have.
Yeah.
Nikki.
Yep. So she was busy with their youngster.
And she loves the shave.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So, as far as the adult beverage for me, I I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a recovering alcoholic, so I'm not sober. But I don't drink that much anymore. I went through a time in my life where, yeah, I should have probably quit a long time ago, but I learned my lesson. I mean, I never got any DUIs or anything, but there are a couple times I was close. There's sometimes I'm surprised I'm still alive, but so I don't drink much anymore. Now in the summertime, if I'm outside working or something like that, and I want a nice beer or something, I'm I I'm not a craft beer person. I'm just a simple, well, white trash Donny, Bush beer. I like a Bush Light, but really I kind of like the Michelob Ultra for a beer. Then I'm a whiskey guy. I like Crown Royal. Crown Royal is one of my favorites. So, but yeah, I don't drink that much, only on occasion. So let's see. Satisfied Senior Carlsberg bottle. I'm assuming that's a craft beer. Do you know, Scott?
I'm thinking it is. I've heard of it, but I'm not very familiar with it. We
So
get a lot
what?
of just Wisconsin beers here
Yeah.
that you don't get a lot of other places.
What was one? Is it Spotted Cow? Is that a
Yes,
craft?
New Glarus Spotted Cow. It is only sold in Wisconsin.
Okay, because I forget what it was, but our welding supplier, of course, they sell they sell Lincoln and Miller and ESAB welding equipment. Well, I think Miller is in Wisconsin, if I'm correct, because
Yes.
yeah, okay, so they've been out there and they have had that Spotted Cow. So one time, and there's a beer back here that they wanted. So one time they made a trip and they took out, I forget how many cases of beer they said they took out there to them, and then they gave my guys a bunch of Spotted Cow to come back with. And I've tried that, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's
Yeah.
It's citrusy, right?
Yeah, kind of. They
Yeah,
have a lot of different flavors, but that's probably their most popular.
yeah.
And when Ken comes up to Wisconsin, he always picks up a bunch
Hmm.
to take home. That and Sprecher root beer.
Yeah, Yins were just talking about that Monday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Bearded Knight Josh, he likes the White Claws or Angry Orchard. I got a 6-pack of Angry Orchard maybe few months ago. I wanted to try it. It was okay. Now Votto, he's the one that asked a question and he didn't even reply. His wrench must have knocked him out or something.
I'm pretty
But
sure it would be an IPA just from him and other live streams.
I assume maybe it was tequila
Well, yeah, that too.
to kill you.
Yeah, I say that because that normally does me in quick. Once when I was in the Army for the first Thanksgiving, I was away from home. A bunch of guys in my platoon decided we were going to do shots of it. I did 18 shots of it, and I didn't wake up for almost 2 days.
Oh. We went to I was always, oh, you want to try whiskey? Okay, Vado. Well, go ahead, get some. We went on a cruise years ago, and we had stopped at Belize, and I think that's where we did a tour of a tequila farm, like brewery, distillery, whatever. And I learned quite a bit actually, because I never really knew what tequila was. I always knew of the mezcal with the worm in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that I tried that, and to me that tasted like kerosene. Well, when we were at the distillery and had the right agave tequila, and of course they got different processes. You got your clear and your ambers, that was smooth. That was really good and smooth. I really enjoyed that. So, but other than that, I still don't drink it. I just don't buy it. But, oh, Matt says Jameson and ginger ale or Corona and lime. I the mix that I like to go with, if it's just like if it's Crown Royal vanilla, I use root beer because it's like a root beer float. But if it's normal Crown Royal or any other like Seagram 7 or something like that, a plain kind of Canadian whiskey or something, I like Squirt. If anybody knows what the Squirt soda pop is.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, like the grapefruity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
drink.
that would be good.
Yeah, I could just drink them like Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
Even if they're mixed strong, I still like it. But yeah, and the bad thing is when you go out places, sometimes people don't know what Squirt is, or usually you can say 50-50 because that was like a off name brand, like what is it, Canada Dry. They have ginger ale, tonic water. They make other mixers. Sometimes they had that 50-50, but yeah, a lot of times when you go out, you can't find that.
Yeah, 50-50 was actually made by Graffs.
Yeah, that's who it was. Votto says tequila with grapefruit soda. So are you mean like Squirt? The grapefruit soda? That might be good.
Mineral water and lemon juice and a hit of salt. Ellie's bourbon and coffee. I actually, on occasion, I'll pour some Buffalo Trace in my coffee, which is a bourbon.
Mm. Yeah, Squirt.
Not all the time, cool. But on occasion.
Cool, Votto. And Satisfying Senior, you haven't heard the name Squirt in many years. They even have a Squirt Zero now.
Yeah, I've tried that.
It was it's in my local Walmart. Let's bring that up. Speaking about Walmarts, when you go to Walmart and you find something that you like, and you start buying it, and something for example, simple as Gatorade. My wife likes the Gatorade Zeros. Now it used to be G2. They used to have G2. Now I like the G2s. But it seems like Gatorade got away from that. Now it's Gatorade Zeros. So my wife likes that. You know how many times you go into Walmart and you can't never find it? 1 week they'll have it, and then it'll be a month before they have it again. Or if it could be something else Walmart has, and you're like, oh, this is good stuff. And you go back there, another couple weeks to get it again, and they don't have it. And then they never have it again. They have it one time and sucker you in, and then they quit carrying it. Anybody else like that, or is that just me?
No, I think a lot of places right now are having supply issues where a lot of the shelves have been bare. And
well, I understand that, but this was even before the cooties came about. I'll call it that.
Yeah, we're not supposed to say the word.
Yeah. and I still don't
Unusually.
understand. And I still don't understand why. Why?
I don't know.
I'm done ranting.
Yeah, we've had problems like we like the Dr. Pepper Zero, and we've
Mhm.
even been having problems finding that lately.
That's like Pepsi Zero. It used to be Pepsi Max. When it first came out, it was Pepsi Max. And I liked it. And then they quit getting it. They quit getting it. I mean, and like I said, this was way before the cootie bug come out. I couldn't never find it nowhere. And now it's back as Pepsi Zero in the black bottle. But
Satisfied Senior says beer with bourbon or Irish whiskey neat. That sounds good.
yeah.
Or what sometimes I'll do is I'll do a vodka and like a sparkling water, like a flavored sparkling water.
Yeah. I like a good screwdriver. Little vodka and orange juice once in a while.
Yeah, I like to do the lemonade and vodka in the summer.
Oh, speaking of that, that was a Jack Daniel's recipe. His Lynchburg lemonade.
Yeah,
It takes so many parts of Jack Daniel's, and I think it was triple sec, and might have been something else, and then Sprite, I think. And yeah, that was good. That was good. I think they even have that now in the pre-bottled Jack Daniel 6 packs. They got the different fruity flavors, almost like a wine cooler kind of deal. I think they have a Jack Daniel's Lynchburg lemonade pre-bottled, ready to go. What are we up to here? Oh, okay. Whatever you want to do, Scott. You want to keep going, or you want to call her a night?
yeah, we'll probably close to calling her a night.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody sticking around this long with us.
Yes, it's been a fun night, and we plan on having another community chat next week. We're going to try and alternate between having guests and having just a community chat. We had a lot of fun with the community chat for our first show, so we're going to be back at that. Going to probably have a few more dad jokes, and since everybody seems to enjoy that from what I've heard, and come up with some questions, and we'll just see where it takes us.
Yep. And yeah, just appreciate everybody for being here, supporting us. Hope you all hit the like button. Appreciate the feedback on my haircut. I really do. Yeah, I feel good about it. And I feel good about all you people being here. I really appreciate it. I do.
Yes, thank everyone for the support. It's been great. So we will be calling it a night. Thanks, everybody. And